Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? Yeah, Jack, are you frozen? Sam, are you there? What are we even doing here?
Yo, Wi-Fi flagging, but they holding it down. How about them J-era Maz ballers running Beantown? They say these guys are ridiculous, yet probably true. Like the 23 Celtics, they got a deep crew. Pre-game Polly Papa trying to make some bank. Professor Pete repping Latvia, KP the thank. RJ's on the email taking fools to college. Joey, Matt, Timo, Robin, let's acknowledge. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? In the garden, fighting for a quiet spot. Jack's taking notes while the crowd gets hot. Irate, insightful, not a diplomat. Sam's got a long list and it's just for rats. Rat list your Wi-Fi, rat list your dog. Rat list Bronny, rat list LeBron. Rat list the traffic, rat list the song. Rat list that's getting too long. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? Might think they're chill, but don't get it twisted. They're not just hustling, they're highly gifted. Still new to the scene and making their mark. It's a humble beginning, it's a hero's arc. Sam's keeping it real with the Starkey vibe, but he's all in with Jack when it's time to ride. Yo, ass hat in the chat, Jack says don't come back. He's got zero patience for nonsense attacks. What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Checking Sam, talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here? What are we even doing here? We're taking the crown. Jack and Sam talking Celtics and breaking it down. Competition can't keep up, they're starting to frown. What are we even doing here?
Hello. I'm here because the Celtics have extended Jordan Walsh. Sam is driving, so he is not able to join me on the live, but the Celtics made a move, so I'm here live, ready to talk about it. Simple as that. Celtics extend Jordan Walsh. Let me share my screen so people can see. Hello, Phil. What's up, y'all? Let me put the chat on the screen since you guys are the only guys with me here today. So, yeah, Celtics extend Jordan Walsh. Shams Charania just tweeted out the news. I'll share my screen here so you guys can take a look. It is a 3-year, $15 million extension. Good value for the Celtics, I will say. At least I would argue it's good value for the Celtics. 3 years, $15 million. Not only is it 3 years, $15 million, but it is 3 years, $15 million tacked on to the team option that the Celtics picked up. So he's under contract this upcoming season for $2.4 million, and then 3 more seasons for what seems to be $5 million average annual value. So this is very similar to the Ron Harper Jr. contract. Only like $1.5 million, a couple million more expensive than Ron Harper for a guy who has proven to be a solid point of attack defender in the NBA, if nothing else, right? That if Jordan Walsh doesn't grow at all, which I I think is unlikely, he is at the very least a good point of attack defender. Looking at some of these comments. Hello, Phil. What's up? Interesting that Walsh chose not to bet on himself. This is nothing in NBA money. Almost can't even turn into a bad deal. Yeah, this is great money for the Celtics. I'm a little surprised Jordan Walsh didn't want more money, but maybe he didn't want to risk it. Like, at the end of the day, I agree with this to a degree. $15 million is still life-changing money for a guy who has not gotten an NBA payday yet. So I get it. Like, it's a hard thing to like just say, no, I'll bet on myself. I don't want to make $15 million when you haven't had a contract yet. So I get it. W, 3 years. Yeah. Is Jaylen Brown a 6'6" Colin Sexton? No, I think he's a little bit better than that. Love Walsh. I think he can take a Peyton Watson leap. That's crazy. Well, hot damn, look who was right. I mean, listen, it has nothing to do with being right or wrong. I was just saying, like, I was talking in the context of an $8 to $9 million contract. An $8 to $9 million contract is very different from a $5 million contract, right? That's like almost half. And I was never against the Celtics. I mean, we were just talking about this on the live yesterday. Jordan just needs to be a more consistent shooter. I think it's a good contract. It's a great contract, Josh. I mean, I was never against the Celtics extending Jordan Walsh. I was hesitant to say they should give him $9 million a year when they have Baylor Ugo Ron. $5 million a year? hell, keep him forever on $5 million, right? Like he's an objectively solid NBA player, right? He's a great defender, great point of attack defender. Like you said, you can't really go wrong on this type of contract. Like you can't. It's just a good deal. So, shout out to the Celtics. Can they extend Pritchard? I believe they can extend Pritchard. I don't know when the deadline is. Let me see if I can find it. When is the deadline to extend Peyton Pritchard? The deadline for the Celtics this time to an extension is October 1st. The best they can offer is around 3 years, $67 million. So there's that. Walsh only good on defense. I mean, I agree that's where he's best right now. And I think he definitely has some room to grow on the offensive end, but $5 million is a pretty fine bet to take. That's fair. 8 or 9 would be a lot. Yeah. Like this is kind of where I land. Like, and even 8 or 9, I'd be like, I wouldn't like come on here and say, this is a terrible contract. I'd be like, I get it. Like, I totally understand paying him that amount of money because of the potential he has shown and the role he played last year. 3 years, 15 million is nothing. It's nothing. Jordan is your maxi stopper. Yeah. Stupid Joe benched in that series. I don't think he benched him. I think Jordan Walsh played a lot that series. I'll double check. Jordan Walsh was like the primary like wing off the bench for the Celtics at times. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like the top guy the Celtics deployed to guard Maxey, especially early in the series. Like I don't think he was benched. Let me look. Jordan Walsh played. I guess he only played 13 minutes a game. Listen, it's hard when you have that many guys. Like Ugo didn't play at all. Like I think that's a bigger misstep than Jordan only playing 13 minutes. But regardless, the point is we're talking about the contract. Walsh is younger than Dylan Mitchell. I wonder if he can develop even more offense than just to catch and shoot three when he drives. It usually doesn't end well. Yeah, I mean, if he can develop a more consistent offensive game outside of just catch and shoot threes, like I'm totally fine with that. Or totally fine with that. I think the Celtics would be very fine with that. I think that'd be make it an even better contract for the Celtics so he can develop a more diverse offensive game. That would definitely make it more worthwhile. I'm getting texts. Good extensions this offseason, per my brother. I agree. Yeah, Harper, Kata, and Jordan Walsh all extended. Phenomenal value for the Celtics. So Joe didn't play him as much in the 76ers series. I mean, played him 12.7 minutes a game. The only other wing that's less than is Baylor at 14.1, and I think Baylor was a lot better at times down the stretch of the season, especially. I mean, I get this concern 100%. Clean music, and I do think the Celtics could have used him against Maxey a little bit more. He also shot 21% from the field and 16% in the series. So when you're struggling to put up 100 points a game, it's hard to keep a guy like that on the floor. Like I get it. Like Joe Mazzulla did not make amazing personnel decisions that series, but when you're shooting below 25% from the field and below 20% from three, it's hard. Brad does amazing work on the edges. I 100% agree. You have to be able to hit singles. Kata is a great single. Walsh is a great single. Harper's a great single. They're doing a great job. A phenomenal value summer for the Celtics. So far, excuse me. They did great work. I mean, this is an objectively great defense. Needed him for defense. I mean, yeah, this is a pointless argument. I don't disagree that he could have played more. I think Baylor and Ugo also could have played more. Maybe you play them a little bit more over Derek at times, over Hauser at times, or go smaller and don't play Vooch or one of the bigs. But I don't like. I mean, we talked about this ad nauseum at the end of the series. Defense wasn't the problem, in my opinion. In the later half of the series, they couldn't score. They couldn't score the ball. You're not going to win a game scoring less than 100 points, and the Celtics couldn't score 100 points in that series. So I thought that was the biggest issue for them throughout most of the series. And I mean, and you know, to use my own argument against me, Hugo Gonzalez literally didn't make a shot the whole series. So it's hard to keep him on the floor. He was not going to make a shot. At the end of the day, when you're nothing on offense, it's really hard to keep a player on the floor. But anyways, Walsh and Jaylen Brown, yeah, it'll be a fun matchup next season. I don't doubt that we'll see it. Said it last year, said it today. Walsh is our best young prospect. I don't know that I'll go that far. Don't think I agree with it, but I definitely think that defense is very valuable, especially if this is going to be the price tag. It's a great contract. I 100% agree with that. It's a great contract for the Celtics. So I think that's a fact. So great value, great deal. Good extension. Let me put on some, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Okay, update here. Let me share my screen again. So, for Michael Scotto, it is actually some details. Excuse me. It is a 3-year, $16 million extension, still great value. 2 fully guaranteed years and a 30-year team option. So, even better, I would argue. Like, I know technically $1 million more, but 30-year team option is good for the Celtics. So, this seems like a very team-friendly deal. Seems like that Walsh and his camp just really wanted to secure his first real NBA contract, even if it is not the most expensive. But Celtics walk out with a pretty good steal, because he's going to make $2.4 million next year. Then has 2 more fully guaranteed years, and then a 30-year team option. So by the time that team option comes into play, Walsh is going to be, let's do some quick math, 23, 24. He's going to be 24, turning 25 by the time the Celtics have to make a decision on that team option. So I think that is pretty good. Pretty good when you think about it from that perspective. Let me pull up some Jordan Walsh highlights we can watch. Great contract, Drew. Objectively good value for the Celtics, 100%. Like, I think Brad's done some great job signing players. You know, the extensions he signed players to this season has been impressive. A lot of great deals for Boston. That might be the end of the video I post for the reaction tomorrow on the channel. So tune in there, because I think the rest of the stream might get demonetized, because we're going to watch some Jordan Walsh highlights. And when you watch NBA highlights on YouTube, you tend to not make money on the video. So if that's it for the video and I post this tomorrow, thank you all for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe. Tune in next time. Now, continuing on with the stream with you guys who are here live. Walsh wasn't the difference in the winning series, but I'm concerned that Joe plays his favorites in the playoffs. Yeah, I think this is the biggest adjustment Joe needs to make in the playoffs moving forward. Is just kind of trusting what worked in the regular season, trusting guys who he might not necessarily lean going towards, like trusting some of the younger players. But at the same time, like, I'll make this argument. If Joe had trusted the younger players and they had still blown it, everyone would be saying the exact opposite, saying you got to trust the vets. It's the playoffs. So I'm not saying it wouldn't or would have made the difference. I'm not saying either way, but I just think this, at the end of the day, the Celtics as a whole just didn't come to play in that series. I think it started top down with the guys that Joe was never going to take off the floor, with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown, with Derek White. Like, he's Peyton Pritchard. He's never going to take those guys off the floor. That's the core. So if those guys aren't ready to play, then I agree Joe has a lot of work to do. But at the end of the day, I think those guys were top down, like, not good enough. Do you believe he'll be due for a bigger role this season? This is hard to pin down. I think inevitably he'll probably play more minutes, just because I think Paul George will probably miss a little bit of time, and there's going to be a lot of minutes to fill in because the Jaylen Brown trade. But I do think Ugo is also going to play minutes. I do think Baylor is also going to play more minutes. I do think, Ron's going to play more minutes. So I think a lot of guys are going to get a lot more minutes. So I'm curious to see how it shakes out. I was already side-eyeing Joe after refusing to bench Porzingis to the Knicks, and now it took him to Game 7 to take Vooch off the floor. Yeah, I mean, work to do. It's hard not to trust the guys that got you there, but sometimes you got to realize that in the moment, right? Like, Vooch and the Vooch one is a little bit less excusable, but Porzingis had been good for the Celtics all like year, and so you're just going to take him out in the playoffs. And then to this point, like, you didn't really have another option outside of Vooch. Nimi couldn't stay on the floor. Garza was in foul trouble every game, right? Like, you had to either go small ball or just ride the wave with Nimi. And, it's hard. Like, the big man rotation wasn't good enough last year. Mitchell Robinson will help with that. Has no choice now. Well, I mean, he does have a choice. And we'll see what choice he makes. But let me pull up. Oh. Here, watch some Jordan Walsh highlights now. If it'll go full screen, we can watch some Jordan Walsh highlights. Let me get the chat off my face. Let's see. We're gonna move the chat. Can I not move it? Can I get taller? I guess I can't move the chat. Great. Okay, I'll just move my face then. Yeah, we're just gonna watch some Jordan Walsh highlights for a little bit. Good extension, Celtics. Okay, get my face out from under the chat. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Let me. Oh, now the chat's really small. Okay, reading chat more. He should have played Kata more when Porzingis was sick. Yeah, hindsight's 2020. I think some people would have said Kata being the starting. I mean, listen, I get this. I do. There were also people who said Kata being the starting center next year means the Celtics should be a lottery team. So it's just also a really hard argument to make when that player had not shown anything up to that point to be ready for that type of role. So, but this is a great deal for the Celtics. It's a really, really great deal for the Celtics. Would you think Porter Jr. would be a good fit as swap for him and PG? Does not sound bad. MPJ has a year left. It depends on how expensive the deal is. I think, especially considering, like you said, MPJ only has a year left on his deal, and the Celtics could get off the money a year earlier. It could be worthwhile. I don't know what the Nets are looking to do. Maybe if it comes down to the deadline, and the Nets are willing to take a first for MPJ and Paul George, like maybe a first in a couple seconds. I wouldn't say no to this deal off rip. I have a feeling the Nets would want like 2 first-round picks to take on an extra year of Paul George. But if the price is 1 in seconds or just 1, then I would consider it. Yeah, I would. I think MPJ is a good shooter. I think he's a good floor spacer. I don't think he's necessarily quite as good of a creator as Paul George, which could be important for the Celtics next year. But get off the money a year earlier, get some flexibility. On the floor like MPJ, the Celtics out your culture way too much to bring him in. It's also true. This is also a very good point. I was just thinking on court. This is a very valid point as well. Getting out rebounded that series, yeah. Yeah, man. Jordan Walsh is a really good defender. Like, if he can clean up the offense and turn himself into a little bit of a better decision maker. Like, listen, I know we're like this is the type of decision I would like Jordan Walsh to be better at. I know it worked out because it's in the highlight reel, but like this right here, this has got to be a swing pass. Like 10 times out of 10, this has to be a swing pass. These are the decisions that'll turn Jordan Walsh from a 5 million player into a 10 million player, genuinely. Right. Like, and I'm not saying he's incapable of making these adjustments, but this is the exact type of thing that would turn him, double his money at this rate. Right. Like, it worked out. That's got to be a swing. It's got to be a swing to area free time, especially because Quickly didn't bite on the pump fake, right? And then Walsh just drove into traffic, and I mean, it eventually worked out because he hustled, and this is why he's a $5 million player. This is why he got an extension, because he can make hustle plays like that. But like this swing pass, these quick decisions are what will double his salary, and that I think that's the key to his next leap with the Celtics, which I think is very possible. It's just a matter of doing it next season. Horrible box out by Quickly. I don't know where he was going. MPJ's one of your 41 million left. Yeah. It's over MPJ for the contracts. Yeah. Behind the back blocks are fire. Yeah. Look at this Ugo Jordan defense, man. Special stuff. Celtics got some great young wings on their team. Man. Good stuff. You can see some flashes of the driving potential, but got to do it more consistently. Can't have the pump fakes. Oh, man. Good finish. Tough finish. Damn. Bullying his own friend. It's mean. I sound like Sam. He's got long arms. We'll watch these and I'll get out of here. But yeah, I mean, objectively, great extension for the Celtics. There's no real way around it. Like, phenomenal value for them. Getting a player like Walsh for that cheap, I feel like is crazy. So it's good that they got it done. Strip steal, point of attack defense, dunk and transition. Are you the highest on Ugo out of anyone on the Celtics, or you think Sinak has more potential? I think Ugo will be a very good starter with people getting carried away with All-Star. I'm probably higher on Ugo than Sinak. I think it's really rare to find a player as young as Ugo with his defensive instincts and athletic abilities. Long arms advantage, 100%. And I think Ugo has some of the creation talent there too. You can see some of that. So that's my biggest thing. Hey, look, that's us. That's us right now. Look at that. That's us. So yeah, if I had to pick, I'd probably say I'm highest on Ugo out of anybody. But it's early. We literally haven't seen Chris Sinak play an NBA game, so anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. But right now, I would probably say yes. I'm the highest on Ugo. Although, like I said, anything can change. So who knows where we'll be from a year from now? A year from now, Jordan Walsh could be the best young prospect on the Celtics, or Baylor Shireman could be, or Ron Harper could be, or Dylan Mitchell could be. Like, we don't know. We don't know anything. Milos Uzan could break out into an elite, starting point guard at the NBA level. It's really impossible to know. But right now, in this moment, when you're asking me, I would say I'd lean Ugo as my favorite prospect on the team. So, yeah, we can leave it there. 20 minutes of me yapping into the oblivion to you guys by myself. I think that's good for a reaction live stream. I like Bazer, but he's closer in age to him. Yeah, that's the thing. He's a little older. I'm really, really high on Baylor. But if we're talking like potential, I'd probably lean Ugo. But right now, I think going into next year, Baylor's the best of that wing group they have. I think he's a really good defender, really, really good offensive player, very confident, quick decision-making offensive player. And I think that's valuable in the way the Celtics play. Thank you, Mickey. WStream, like the stream, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We drop videos every day. We're live when Celtics news happens, and we're going to be live once a week this summer anyways. We were live yesterday. So come say hello. Come join the live. We appreciate y'all very much. Again, 8 a.m. every single day, there's a new video in your inbox. Maybe it's a replay of a stream, so if you caught it and you watch it again just to help us out. But there's literally new content on this channel every single day, no matter if it's the summer, no matter if the Celtics are in the finals. There's new content. We did content all summer league. We'll do content for the next 2 months, forever. Should do another Jeopardy stream. We have some fun streams in the works. We have ideas. We'll do some game streams this summer, so you guys will see us playing trivia, maybe some video games. We'll do some fun stuff. So stay tuned. But leave a like, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I know Sam would have loved to be here. He's driving back home right now, so he is unable. But he'll be here next time, and you'll see him soon. So thank y'all for tuning in. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Here, I'll play the Joe video for you guys on the way out. Goodbye, everybody.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America.